how do the Miami Heat keep doing this? For the third straight year, the Heat have survived the play-in gauntlet and will be the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs. But unlike previous years, this year they had to win 2 road games to sneak into the playoffs, only this time they didn't have the tomfoolery magic of Jimmy Butler. Instead, it's been the brilliant coaching from Spo and the stifling team defense led by Bam Adebayo. The Heat started the game on Friday with the bigger Andrew Wiggins on Trae Young, and the reason this is so important is because it makes it harder for Trae to even get the ball, face guarding him in the backcourt, and then fighting through a screen, forcing Dyson Daniels to make a play here instead. And if you'll notice, Bam's presence here is long enough for Dyson to think twice of challenging him with all this open space, opting for a long floater instead that falls off. This was a big part of Miami's strategy, switching certain matchups and ignoring weaker shooters to help on more threatening matchups. And the goal here is to have the lower usage role players like a Patrick Williams put the ball on the floor and make plays. Here's another example where Dyson was hesitant to attack this open space in the drop coverage, partially because he doesn't have a mid-range shot in his repertoire, but also because Bam is one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the league. Bam has the rare ability to defend both the ball handler and the roller at once because of his insane instincts and ground speed, which requires lob passes from guards to be perfect when they rarely can be. This play is sort of Giannis-esque, where Bam is in a perfect position to defend Trae and Okongwu here, and is able to jump up and deflect this lob pass at its apex. And if you watch this again, it's also Haywood Highsmith's ability to close this space between him and Trae that takes away the floater option. Highsmith's defense in these 2 games was excellent, and on possessions where they switched these ball screens, he did a great job in isolation, sitting on the Karis LeVert crossover and forcing a contested midi. Highsmith got LeVert a couple times in this game, poking the ball free on this drive from the top of the key. Even the rightly nicknamed Slow-Mo Kyle Anderson got a steal like this, taking advantage of loose ball handlers in space. And there's 2 other things I want to point out here. First, notice Bam's awareness to fall back to prevent this backdoor opportunity, but then also how the Heat shrink the floor on these drives to take away shots at the basket. This is a notorious Spo strategy, and although we see it in every playoffs, teams still have a hard time stopping it because they're so disciplined. For instance, helping off the corner here forces Kevin Huerter to slow down almost to a stop instead of attacking a 2-on-1 in open space. Then he loses the ball in traffic. This approach is meant to hide weak defenders, in this case Tyler Hero, who both the Bulls and Hawks win at constantly. Notice how this nailed defense from Robinson prevents a straight line drive to the basket by Trae Young, forcing him to pick up his dribble and pass a grenade shot to a teammate. On both of these plays, they went at Tyler Hero, and even though he brings a ton of value on offense, he's still their weakest defender, getting heavy playoff minutes. Spoelstra removed guys like Rozier and Jaime Jaquez from the lineup for these games to employ quicker POA defenders like Davion Mitchell. Watch how he closes the gap on Trae Young quickly and almost Superman soars to try and block this shot from behind. Bam says, "I've got it though." Mitchell's point of attack defense has always been remarkable, going back to his days at Baylor, and a big reason why is his ability to turn his hips sideways to stay with the ball handler at full speed. Watch how he turns his hips basically running sideways to stay with Trae Young to force a huge overtime turnover. He can also defend out in space too. Watch how he sprints up to get Hero off of Kobe White, then fights around the screen and absolutely inhales his shot. Having Davion at the point of attack to harass ball handlers will be crucial in the playoffs for them, as will having big man Kello Ware. Watch how prepared Davion is for this screen because Ware calls it out, then he contains this DHO and contests Giddey's floater without fouling. Ware is a 7-foot rookie with size and length, which isn't something the Miami Heat have had for all of Bam's career. Having another big body with length that can also deter shots at the rim is a big value add, and it allows Adebayo to play the 4 in many lineups without conceding much agility and size. Here the Heat have Wiggins on the ball and double Trey to get the ball out of his hands. Having both Wiggins and Davion at the point of attack means teams can't easily get off the hook, targeting weak defenders. His disciplined post defense here creates a steal. Like Davion and Highsmith, Wiggins moves his feet extremely well to defend isolations in space, but he's also an excellent screen navigator. Watch how he fights around this screen to keep the Bulls from attacking Hero and just takes Kobe White's cornbread. This is a big reason why guards like Trae Young and Kobe White struggled in their winner-take-all matchups. And looking ahead to the Heat's first-round matchup against the Cavs, there's no reason why they can't potentially have that same impact. The Heat held the Bulls to a 92 offensive rating over the course of the entire game and held the Hawks to a 110. That's a combined 25 points per 100, less than what they did in the regular season. And it's not far-fetched to believe Miami Heat's playoff magic can't continue yet another year with the brilliant coaching of Spo and the stifling defense that makes them so difficult to solve. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've made it to the end, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. In the comments, let me know if you think the Miami Heat can go far in this year's playoffs and what it'll take to do so. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.